Hello everyone. You must have seen pictures of early men. What clothes did they wear? People at that time wore skin or fur of animals and bark or leaves of trees. Later on, as they began to settle down at a place and started agriculture, they learned how to twist grass and animals' hair into long strands and they weave them into cloth. Then, people used to wrap a large piece of cloth around themselves in various ways. You may have seen in some old mythological serials in that they don't used to wear some specific dresses. They just used to wrap a long piece of cloth around their body in various ways. Right? Then after the invention of the swing needle, people learned how to stitch a fabric into clothes. So, the journey began from the strands called fiber and then reached to the cloth what we wear nowadays. So today we are going to study about the topic fiber to fabric. To understand it better, you try to see a piece of cloth using a magnifying glass. Then you will find something like this as shown in the picture. Then you can see the arrangements of the thread in somehow this manner. By this we understand that various threads are used and then they are properly arranged to make a piece of cloth. This cloth material is called as fabric. Let us perform an activity to understand the cloth's structure. For this you have to take a cloth and then you have to pull out a thread from it. And then taking that threads one end in your hand, you have to untwist the thread. That means if you will observe it, you will find some twist into that thread. So if the twist is from left to right, then you have to twist the end of the thread from right to left, means in opposite direction. Then what do you observe? By this you will observe that from that a single thread, number of very thin hair like structures are coming out. These single hair like strands are called as fibers. Fibers, on the basis of the sources from where they are obtained, are divided into two groups, that are natural fibers and synthetic fiber. Natural fibers are the fibers which are obtained from the natural resources, whereas the synthetic fibers are made up of chemicals in the factories. Other than that, natural fibers are also divided into two categories, that are plant fibers and animal fibers. As the by name only it's clear, plant fiber, that means their origin is plants. They are obtained from different plants, and animal fibers from animals. So the plant fibers that are obtained from the plants are cotton, jute, coir. Coir is the fiber from coconut. They are the plant fibers. Cotton is obtained from the flower of the cotton plant. When the cotton plant grow, then from that cotton balls appear, then it bursts out and that it take the form of a flower. Then when this flower appear, then these flowers are plucked out and then from them the cotton fibers are obtained. Jute is another plant fiber. It is obtained from the stem of the jute plant. When the jute plant is at flowering stage, means when the flower starts appear from that plant, at that time their stems are cut and then their bundles are used to be made, and then those stem bundles are soaked into water for 2 to 3 weeks. This process is called as retting, and this retting is done to soften the fiber and then to remove the stem by hand. When they are soaked into the water, then after some days they become softer and they are loosened. So it becomes easy to remove them without breaking them. The jute fiber is used to make ropes, doormats, bags and many other decorative items. The next plant fiber is the coir, the fiber obtained from the outer covering of the coconut fruit. It is so hard, so it's not easy to weave them in any size, any shape like. So it is used to make mat, rope, floor covering, doormats, etc. Other category of the natural fiber are the animal fiber. Wool is an animal fiber. It is obtained from the fleece of sheep, goat, lamb, etc. and also from the hairs of animal like rabbit, camel, yak, etc. And the other example of animal fiber is the silk, which is obtained from the cocoon of the silkworm. So the process of obtaining wool and silk you will study in standard 7th. So here we are going to study about the plant fiber, that is cotton, that how cotton is processed to make fabric from it. So in order to make the cotton fabric, the steps which are involved in it are as follows. The first step of cotton fabric production is the ginning. What the ginning is? That, as I told you, it is obtained from the cotton flower. So when this cotton flower are picked up by hand, it is taken out by hand picking, and then these flowers are taken, and then they are having various seeds inside them. Each flower have number of seeds inside it, very small one. So first of all, the seeds and fibers are separated. So the process of separation of seeds and fiber from this cotton ball is called as ginning. After ginning, when the fibers are obtained, the second process starts, that is spinning. Spinning is the process when number of fabrics are taken together and they are twisted tightly to make them stronger. Spinning make the fibers stronger. As number of fibers come closer together and they are twisted, so it become stronger. This you may have seen at your home in the Diwali days when your parents prepare it for diyas. Then they used to take some cotton fibers and then they used to keep at their palm, and then they used to rub it tightly and keep twisting also all together, right? So when you will try to break it, then it becomes difficult as number of fibers bind tightly together, right? This is also a kind of spinning. So the spinning is the process to convert fibers to yarn. Okay, so this spinning is done by various ways. That is, in olden time it was done by hand. Manually it can be done by two tools, that is charkha, and the another one is spindle. By using these two tools, it is prepared by hands, it is done by manually. But nowadays it is done in factory by using a machine called spinning machine. After spinning, the third step is that then when our yarn is ready, first fiber is taken through the ginning, then by spinning yarn is prepared. Now it is the turn to convert the yarn into fabric. It is done either by weaving or by knitting. Both are the process to convert yarn to fabric, but the difference is in the weaving, two sets of yarn is used. As in the first one picture you can see here that paper strips are used to explain the process of weaving. This you can also try at your home. Try to do weaving using the paper strips. Here you can see the pink and the orange two colored strips over here. This orange one is the horizontal strip over here, and the pink one are the vertical strips here. First, they are intercrossing each other, right? So here two sets of yarn is used. So this is the process of weaving. The other process of converting yarn to fabric is knitting. You may have seen your grandmother or your mother by making sweater. They used to use needle for that, but they used to take a single ball of wool for that. Yes, a single thread moves, and then by that only the whole piece of fabric is prepared by that single yarn only. Yes, so to prepare fabric using a single yarn, the process is called as knitting. I hope you got the difference between weaving and knitting. In weaving, two sets of yarn is used, and in knitting, a single yarn is used to make this fabric. Here we have discussed the process that how cotton fibers are turned to the fabric. When the fabric is prepared, then it is dyed into various color. As we can see in the market, variety of colored fabrics and the dresses are available. So when the fabric is colored, and after that it is stitched into the clothes and the dresses as we want. Then after the natural fiber, we are coming to the topic that is synthetic fiber. As I told you, the synthetic fibers are made in factories using chemicals. Their examples are rayon, nylon, polyester, etc. Then we must do the comparison between them. What are natural fiber, what are synthetic fiber? Names we know, but how to identify them? So some tests can be there based on the properties of them. Some advantages are there of using the synthetic fiber. What they are? First of all, the synthetic fibers are stronger than natural fiber. Second one, they dry faster and do not get wrinkled. And third one, that synthetic fibers are cheaper than natural fiber. Right? But there is a disadvantage of that they do not absorb sweat. So not suitable to wear in hot and humid weather, as when the summers are there, if the weather is so much hot and humid, at that time if we wear the clothes made up of synthetic fibers, that is like polyester cloth or the nylon cloth and all, then we feel so much hot and we feel irritation. That is because that we are sweating and that whole sweat is getting deposited on our body only, so then it irritates us because the synthetic fibers do not absorb water. This is the only disadvantage of that. Other than that, three advantages we have seen. So on the basis of these advantages only, we can test whether the fabric is natural or synthetic. The first test is that, but I would suggest you not to do this test by yourself. It should be done under guidance of your parents. Have someone around you and then only try to do it. For this, what you have to do, the piece of cloth, whatever you want to check, you have to take a small piece of this. Then you have to hold it using a tongue or something. Don't hold it in hand directly. Then you have to burn that cloth piece, right? While burning, if after the complete burning, if you find that you are getting ash, a proper powder like substance as we get after burning of a paper, like if we get ash after burning that cloth piece, that means the cloth piece is of natural fiber. And if after burning you get a lump like structure, means like a hard ball, right? Yes, a plastic ball like thing, right? If you are getting a hard ball of that, that means it's a synthetic fiber. On the other hand, one more way is there to check there. Then what you can do, you can put the cloth piece into the water, and then by squeezing it, after that you have to leave it for dry. Then you will find that the cloth which is made up of the synthetic fiber, it get dry faster as compared to the natural fabric. I hope after that you would be able to differentiate between natural and the synthetic fiber. Natural fibers are costly, synthetic are cheaper than the natural. Natural fiber do not get dry faster, synthetic fiber they dry faster, and then they do not get so many wrinkles also, and the synthetic fibers are stronger as compared to the natural fibers. So here we have the key terms. Various terms are used during the explanation of this chapter. Let us recall the meaning of those terms. It will help you to understand it better and learn these key terms. First of all, the word fiber is used over here. What the fiber is? Fiber is the single hair-like strands which we can take out from the yarn. And yarn is made up of fibers. Next term is retting. Retting. What is retting? Then to obtain the jute fiber from the stems are cut and then they are soaked into the water for 2 to 3 weeks to soften the fiber. This process of softening the fiber by soaking them in water is known as retting. Next is ginning. Ginning is the first step of production of cotton fabric. In this process, the fiber are separated from the seed. So what is ginning? Ginning is the process to separate cotton fiber from the seeds. The second step of this is spinning. Spinning is the process of making yarn from fiber. Why spinning is important? Why spinning is done? Because spinning make the fiber stronger. It give it strength as so many fibers twisted together, so the yarn become stronger. Next is the weaving. Weaving is the process of making fabric using the two sets of yarn. Knitting. Knitting is the process of making fabric using a single yarn. So got the difference between weaving and knitting? In weaving, two sets of yarn are used, and in knitting only single yarn is used. I hope the topic is clear. So to make it more clear, we have some questions here which will help you to understand that whether you got the things or not. So try to write down the answers by your own, and if you are confused anywhere, then you can rewind the video, see the things again, and then write the answers. So here a worksheet for you. You have to answer this question. First of all, what is a fiber? Remember something? What is the fiber? Fiber is the single hair-like strand. Second one question. How is jute fiber extracted from the plant? Write about retting over here. Third one. Give difference between weaving and knitting. This I told you at the time of key terms. Remember? Find out and write. Fourth one. What is coir? Write its uses. Remember, a natural fiber, from where it is obtained and what are its uses. And the fifth one is you have to write the 2 points of differences between natural and synthetic fibers, as I have told you many points during the explanation. I hope the topic is clear. Enjoy studies. Good day.